Hello everyone, my name is George and welcome to my Skillshare course where I will try to teach you how to develop simple minimalistic marks. Through the course we will try to cover several disciplines of logo design, but before we get started I'd like to share with you a few books that I found very useful in my early days. The first one is Joseph Mueller-Brockman's Grid Systems. The second one is Wushis Wong's The Principles of Two-Dimensional Design. And the third one is The Book of Symbols by Taschen. So let's get started. As I said earlier, we're going to cover a few disciplines of logo design through our course. And the first one will be development of an animal mark. In this case, we will develop a jumping fox mark. A few days ago, a client approached me and asked me to do a jumping fox mark, and they specifically required for the fox to be fluid, and it has to have a certain type of flow in the air, and it should be, overall it should be fluid. And this is a fairly easy task because jumping fox already has a very nice flow to it, but we have to find a very special reference image in order to highlight that flow and make it into a good logo. So basically, I always do a mood board before I get started, and what's the better place than Google to find nice images of the fox. Sometimes I use other mediums like books and magazines, but jumping fox would be is such a recognizable image. The Google is enough in this case. And now I'm gonna just scroll through some images and find the ones that that are interesting. Basically, criteria I'm using here is pretty simple. The silhouette of the fox should be clear and recognizable. What I mean is the shape, just the shape, overall shape. If you just use a silhouette in one color, it should already look as a fox. This really increases the recognizability and scalability of a mark, of a final outcome. So this one is a perfect example. The shape is clear, it has a very nice flow to it. The composition is very nice. So this one is a very good image for a mood board. This one has it's an interesting jumping motion, and it's a very good photo, but unfortunately not a good one for a logo because there's a lot of things going on inside, and the silhouette is not typical to the fox. It can be a wolf, it can be any other animal. So basically, this is not the good one. Oops. So let's move on. But I'm just gonna drag and drop it anyways and demonstrate what I mean later on when I'll make a outline out of it. This one, nice image, but still not too good shape. It's a brilliant photo, just like an earlier one. A nice jump, very good concentration and nice. Face is very nice, but it won't make a good logo because the silhouette is not strong. This one, nope, sorry. This one also has a very nice silhouette in the form, but it's an image used by another artist and I'm not gonna touch it just because. This one has a very good frontal part. It looks very nice. It has amazing silhouette, the front part, but the back part is kind of weird. The tail is the flow of the tail is not good, and overall image is kind of it just doesn't feel right. But I'm gonna just drag it still because the front part is amazing. Now here Fox make the leap here is very high and the flow is it's just odd. I mean, I know this Fox tried its best to, and it's a beautiful jump, but I don't think it can make a good logo. Anyways, I'm just gonna scroll through all these images and just grab. Oh, look at this one. This one is just freaking awesome, awesome photo. But look at this tail. It's very nice, but it won't make a good mark. Anyways, I'm gonna just scroll through a bunch of images and grab my favorites and get back to you with a complete mood board. So this is our mood board, and I didn't get too fancy. I didn't gather too much images because I already have the winner, and I didn't go on gathering. With other projects, I gathered tons of images, hundreds of them, perhaps even more. Not only photos, maybe some architecture, some objects, some object designs, so on and so forth. But in this case, it's fairly simple, straightforward, jumping fox, and I think this is just enough to get me in the right mode. And the great thing about mood boards are that they sort of get you in this. This is like a ritual thing that you get into the kitchen, get all your ingredients ready. So this is like getting your ingredients ready before you start cooking. And here I'll go through a few images and I'll tell you why I like and which one I like the most. The first one, no good, bad silhouette, nice jump, but it's not gonna work. Same with this one, as I said earlier. Same with this guy. I mean, it has this nice flow going, but still, it's not quite there. This one I like the front, as I said earlier, but this is the image of Tom Murphy, and I really don't want to piss Tom Murphy off, so I'm just gonna leave that image alone. This one is okay, so is this one. Those ones are nice too, but definitely the winner is this one. And uh, the sole reason of it being the silhouette is great, flow is great, composition is nice, and I'm pretty sure I can make a wonderful logo out of it. And here I have examples of a silhouettes. Let's delete this one and oops, sorry. Let's grab it, and you see this one, no good. You can't do much about it. Even if I come up with some things inside that will make it resemble fox more, it still will not look right from far away. No matter how you look at it, it's gonna look weird. But another one is fox already. If you do a few tweaks inside, it will become a fox easily. This one is, it almost even looks like a jumping kangaroo. So anyways, this is our winner image, and next step I'm gonna print this out and take it to a sketchboard so I can teach you guys how to do sketching using a reference image and semi-transparent paper. So we're back, and this is our reference image. I printed out and attached it to our sketchboard, and this is our semi-transparent paper, which is 80% transparent. As soon as you put it over the image, you can almost see the image in every detail. And another good thing about this reference image is that it has enough contrast between the background and the foreground. So this paper, when you put it over the image, you can clearly see what's going on underneath, and it gives a much easier time to draw over it. So we're starting our sketching process, and I don't want you guys to hinder yourself by anything. You just have to let your ideas flow. Just go with the shape, make outline, and try to experiment with little things inside. Shape itself most of times prompts you what are you gonna do. Basically, any logo designer is a person who simplifies the complex forms. And every form in itself is complex, but we're here to make it as simple as we can, make it as geometric as we can. And basically, when we look at the form, we have to think geometry. No matter how complex the shape is, it can be simplified into its absolute base. And this is the idea I always bear in mind, that I have to get to the essence of the form and make it as simple as possible without losing its identity. So now, after quite some time of sketching, I think I finally got the image that I think is ready for a computer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a photo of it or scan it into an Illustrator, and then we're gonna take it from there. So we're back. This is our final sketch. I just imported it in Illustrator, and I'm about to get started with execution. During the execution, one thing we have to bear in mind is that, as I said earlier, we have to keep our form as simple as possible, and that means that we have to have as simple as less anchor points we have, more smoother our shape is going to be in the end. So try to make as much less anchor points as you can. So let's get started. I'm gonna just do a rough outline. Nothing too fancy. I'm gonna fix those things later on. here, if I put the anchor here, it's not gonna work because I do not have enough enough leverage over the curve. So I'm gonna put one right here, and I'm gonna put one here, and I'm gonna fix this one later. So let's put one here and here. Same with this one, I'm gonna put one in the middle. Oops. So here we go. Okay, so we have a basic shape now, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do a fine-tuning of this shape real quick. So I'm trying to keep those handles horizontal by pushing the shift key and move those into the horizontal line. That way I can manipulate the form easier. Not in this case, of course, but okay, this one I have to move it up a little so I can get a better curve. And here I have to add the thing. I'm gonna push the Alt so it's a broken handle. Sorry for using my own terms in the Illustrator. I'm not sure what are the right terms, but I'm just gonna intuitively call them names. But you'll get what I mean. So this is okay. So far so good. Our shape is pretty close. I'm gonna fix this one also. I lost one here. Let's move this up a bit. Okay. Think we're very close here. Okay. Just grab it here. Move this and get this. Okay, I like this. So this is nice. I'm gonna save it. Okay, so we have a jumping fox mark. Just a shape so far. Okay, so we're back to our fox, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna just do this shade curve, and I'm gonna try to do it so it just goes with the flow of this curve. So let me just do a rough one quickly. I'm gonna stop it here because I don't want to go too close to this one, so because I will not have enough space to show a shade. So I'm just gonna do like this. Go, let's say we'll stop here, cut this, and do this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring this one over here. So let's see how to improve this curve a little bit. Let's see, we are okay, it's there. This is nice here. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. It's a rough one. For an eye, I'm just gonna grab a few circles and just do a rough shape at this point. Just roughly try to make it look like that one. Let's see. Okay, and here push this. So we have an eye. Okay, and give it a stroke, and okay, now we're gonna get rid of this extra guy. And what I'm gonna do here, what I usually do, I'm just gonna copy this one, this shape, and put over this one, and just make a, oops, sorry, make a little scissor cut here on the intersection. So I have this shape. I'm gonna delete the one on the background, so I have this shape, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut this here, cut this one here, and delete this extra thingy, and put this here. See how close it is. So it's exact, and I'm just gonna join those two. And bring it to the anchor there. So basically we have our shape. Okay, it's nice. Move it up there and just have a quick look. Yeah, it looks pretty smooth and nice. So I'm gonna save this file now and do some little bit more fine-tuning later on. I kind of don't like the flow here. It has this weird indentation, so I think I'm gonna try to fix this curve, but let's see if I can do it right now. I'm just gonna grab it here and intuitively, which I hate doing sometimes, but I have to experiment a bit to get that right curve. And I mean, it's okay, but I'm gonna put the grid on it later, and when I put the grid, it always becomes more solid. So I'm gonna leave it like this, maybe do this a little bit. Okay, I think it's better now. Let's see. Okay, move it down, and it's a tough one. Okay, no, not too bad, but now I get this weird freaking thing here. I don't like it. I'm gonna keep it like this, and not to bother you guys with the fine-tuning, because it can take quite some time to get this curve right. So it can take like 15-20 minutes, so I'm not gonna bug you with this. So let's just call this enough, and I'll do some fine-tuning myself and get back to you later. Okay, so we're back, and we're to the final part of this mark. This is where the magic happens. I'm just gonna put some color in and finalize the mark. Let's see, I'm gonna cut this out from the eye socket, and I'll have a nice foxy color here. And I'm gonna take the same color and multiply it. Okay, I think it's too red. I think I'm just gonna Just gonna use some shade of gray. Let's see here. Okay, this is nice. So let me see what we have. Okay, so this is our jumping fox. Okay, I like it. Well, this is it with our fox, and I'm gonna finalize it, put the grids on, but I'm not gonna show you all the process because grid putting can take a very long time. So basically, this is it. This is our jumping fox. Thanks. Great job, you guys. I think we're done with our first project. There's three important things I would like to highlight. The first one is the initial reference image is extremely important for a final outcome. The second one is that you have to be able to do at least 30 to 40, 50 sketches, however much it takes, in order to find out right solutions, because sketching is the part where when you get to know the subject, when you do a study of a subject, and that's the time to find your most interesting solutions. And the third most important part is you have to be able to spend hours on refining the mark, refining the curves, and getting the final mark into a solid, nice, geometrically sound state. Hope you guys liked my fox, and let's rock and roll.